going on, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so I had something that was botched and it toggled my capture card and such. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what... There must have been a hotkey that I hit that like toggled it yesterday and made things all out of whack. Okay. We good. We're gonna be playing some PGA 2K25 tonight. We played Trackmania yesterday. I wasn't sure if I wanted to play more of that or not, but I'm kind of leaning towards Thursday being no stream because that's gonna be my like last night to kind of catch up on sleep. So I think we're gonna do some PGA tonight and tomorrow. We had talked at the end of last week about messing with our character stats and kind of doing a bit of a rebuild, so I want to actually go through with that, and then I guess we'll take our character out and play some ranked to do some testing with the new distances and such. But Busey, good evening. Jay, welcome back. What up? Major ice storm. Oh no, ice storms are terrible, man. Ice storms are terrible. Stay safe. Good luck. Is that... I don't know if it's anything good. Probably not. Does that locker code from yesterday still work? Like... Moric... Oh... Wow. Hey! Amethyst and a shirt. Neat. Neato. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the rebuild going. I gotta kind of see where I can, what the right number is for my driver is basically what it boils down to. So we gotta switch off of our 65 overall player. Get back to good old Guy Vizo. Honestly, I am not entirely certain how the challenge... So we did the challenge for a stream, and then I turned it into a video, and I'm not sure yet what to make of things. I don't know if I can deem it a success or not. Okay, so there was a sequence to upgrades that I need to make. I think I should upgrade the clubs first, and then we will do the character rework. So I think there were seasonal things. So we need the driver on Galactic Amber, because then it's for Tiger Eye. So driver and then Woods and Hybrid. Okay. And so I think I need, in order to upgrade, I'm gonna need to go, we're only on Diamond right now. I don't think I have anything unlocked that's higher, right? Oh, I do? Galaxy Opal is higher. I guess we're switching drivers, because it would kind of be dumb of me to spend the extra Evo tools here. Hey, what's going on, Steve? Things are well. How are things for you? Okay, so now we'll take this, and we need... five of these guys. And I think, I don't know how many I have. Okay, 4. Do things one at a time here. And before I go to the store and there's a driver that's even higher rated. What are you? Okay, it's only pink diamond. It's a pink diamond set. I got real concerned for a second. I was like, yeah, naturally Naturally, there's suddenly going to be something in the shop that's better. Because this is going to be... Oh, no, it's amethyst. I thought it was going to be bottom of the barrel. I mean, it's not buying anything that's low level at this point. It's limited edition, but like at least it's Galaxy Opal already, so you barely have to upgrade it, like if you needed a putter. No, so we're going through and upgrading things to Tiger's Eye right now. Oh, they put DLC in the shop. That's funny, because these will suddenly come up with actual money, whereas all the other ones will be with the virtual currency. It's real cheeky. Real cheeky there, game. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Yeah, so we're going through, we're upgrading to Tiger's Eye, and then I need to go back and actually like look at my character and figure out like exactly what stats I need. But I needed to upgrade my driver because my driver was all the way back on diamond still. So that's got some work to do because I gotta go through dark matter, there's still a lot to do. Let's just buy like 10 of them. Because I know we're going to at least need that. Like, we are going to get a few more out of the missions or whatever, but let's just buy a bunch of these guys. I'm basically going to finally deplete my VC, but there's literally nothing else to spend it on. Like, I don't care for the clothes all that much. Ain't not a Wendigo. From being good, and also, I guess, not from really ever buying anything. That's also a big piece of it. Alright. So that's at Tiger's Eye. I'm gonna need to buy level up tokens, too. We've been playing alright, Steve. We, was it like 2 weeks ago or something? We tied for first in Trusim. Been playing top 10s there. So we've been playing all right. It may have been 3 weeks ago, because I actually think the last 2 weeks in Trusim, my putting escaped me. Galactic Amber. Galactic Amber means there's 1 upgrade left, right? And Dark Matter is 2. Pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's the limited edition ones, which I do have limited edition irons. So let me see here, because if I put that... Yeah, so this is the 11, so there's 1 upgrade to go there. Let's go claim... Kind of annoying that you can't get to this screen from the other screen, but it's fine. Okay, so 500 VC and an Evo tool. Very, very useful. I can't complain, man. Life's been pretty good. The weather has been great the past 2 days, so being able to just spend some time outside has been really, really nice. Because honestly, I just spend so much time inside. Just between work and stream and stuff, so being able to go chill outside is really, really, really nice. So many balls and fittings, like I don't care. I need Evo tools! Evo tools are the things that people care about, man. I mean, I can collect clubs for some VC, which I mean, like, then you buy Evo tools with it. But it's like, everything's just a Everything's just a grind for Evo. Like, they really messed up the economy with the way that the fittings cost compared to everything else. It's messing with your sinuses. Well, I'm fully prepared for this weather to drop and then cause me to get sick. That's what I'm fully prepared for. I still haven't equipped a consumable ball. I feel like there are probably other quests behind this one. Same with like upgrading some of these things. Still here, Rio? Well, we're finally going into it. We're finally committed to it. So I'm going through and upgrading my clubs, and then we'll go through and upgrade the rest. So I think I need another 5 of these guys. Should get 10,000 VC for not playing with the consumable free. Yeah, there should be some sort of bonus. I'd say that's pretty impressive. To go for that long, not many can claim that. What I need like 3 more upgrade tools. We'll have plenty of VC, but I'm definitely eating into it here. Stuffy, dry throat, sneezy for the weather going 20, 30, 60s. Yeah, the upcoming drop is what scares me. Going warm, normally fine. It's the drop back down. I normally get some sort of cold. You're almost at level 85 in the Season 5 Season Pass, which will give you your Forever Irons. I mean, I already went to Galactic Amber on these. I know it's going to cost me an arm and a leg to go the next 2. But I haven't been doing the Season 5 pass at all because I didn't play enough in Season 4. So I'm like, I'm behind where I need to be there. Crazy weather we've been having is no It's just the world we live in, Luis. Oh, I have 2 upgrades. I got started. So I bought enough to... So that one was 5. Woods to Tiger's Eye. Ay caramba. They look like your IRL ones. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, the jump to Galaxy Opal would be nice, but it would cost me more VC to boost my way through. So... honestly, I don't care about the aesthetics of the clubs. For me, it's all about... does it get the job done at this point? So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to go up to 2. 1. I need 6. I need 10. Oh, man. This is gonna be... I don't know if I want to... I might need to figure out something for my irons. I actually don't know if I have enough to do my irons. Because they're pretty far back, yeah? Oh, you're right. Yeah. Galactic Amber... oh, maybe they are already? Do I just have 1 upgrade left on these? Maybe I am fine. Maybe I am fine. Stuff's just so expensive, man. Like, if this was not our main game and something that we just played an absolute ton of, I would be I think, legitimately annoyed at this. Because this is so much. This is so much to keep up with these upgrades. Now, these are very minor, like we've been doing fine playing with like diamond clubs and stuff, but it is technically still leaving a little bit out on the table, having not upgraded to this point. And you would probably just play like the newest season and get like new clubs and stuff, but you also would have to have bought the season pass, so like you'd be buying stuff from the shop. I don't know. I think in the grand scheme of things, I don't know that I would have the patience required. Been fun on your side? Oh no, you're just getting absolutely covered in pollen. We didn't have... Yeah, because our last one was pink diamond. Like, we have so few irons, we were just forced to keep upgrading this one. Okay, so I think we need 4 more, right? And then we need 4 of the upgrades. At least that challenge we were doing doesn't require anything. The thing is, this is like bleeding us out, and this is only just one. This is one character. You know? This is just a singular character that we're trying to push over the finish line. I can't imagine having a second build. Going between 50s and 80s, so plants are probably confused. Our, oh, I can't remember. Our one plant, our sedum. Our sedum is starting to bud. Like, we're starting to see green shoots come up. You want to talk about 50s and 80s being confusing? Talk about 30s and 70s. Because, like, we've got the weather where it's, like, very, very confusing. So can you buy... Oh, you can just... That's not bad, though. 10, 11, 12. You still need 3 upgrades from Galaxy Opal. But you can at least buy yourself... Well, not with wedges, but for some of the things, you can at least buy yourself a decent amount of the way. Iron Driver. I guess it's not as good as I thought it might be. I do not envy you, Busey. That whole Canadian lifestyle with the cold all the time. Like, I'm in Pennsylvania. We at least get a few seasons here. Okay. I don't need that to be max swing path. Now what we need to do is kind of figure out what number do we need on our driver. What number do we need on our driver? So power fittings, if I go power fitting, that's 12, and then the next one is 8, so that's 20. So if I go to 79 power, I'm gonna have to like bounce back and forth here between my bag and my attributes to try and work this out. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna respec. So 79 power. It's either go 79 power or I gotta go all the way up to 87 to not misuse it, but then I'm at 69 nice contact, which is low. Because then I gotta pump too much contact, because then I'm pumping, and then that's 2 contact would get me to 89. I think I need to go to like 84, which I know means that we'll have overkill on the driver. But then 2 upgrades will get me to 92. 2 contact would be 92. Let's do this, because I know at a minimum swing path is 73. And let's do our putt weight and putt rhythm. I actually don't know what balance I had on these. I don't know what balance I had on those. Shaping, I put 90. Because I had 69 nice. Okay. So we can at least confirm those, because those are like our guaranteed. Those are our guaranteed upgrades. Got time change, barely noticed it. Yeah, I'm having a hard time telling if, like, I've been affected by the time change or not, to be honest. Because it's... Some days I just still wake up messed up, but, like, I'm going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time, but I think sometimes it's just I'm just a little bit off. Okay, let me go quick rewind the VOD. That's the nice thing about streaming, is everything's broadcast, so at least right before I moved it, I can go and see what the stats were. Okay, so I had 65 rhythm, 70 transition. And I think that was working for us just fine. 65 and 70. I mean, for memes, I can't give both 6, 7. I could put one to 69. But I think we've been leaning a little bit more transition because of wedges. So now we just have to figure out the power contact balance. And I think I can't really worry about driver being inefficient. I think I just have to worry about like what the rest of those values come out to. Oh, what's going on, Belzy? How are we doing? Why did that not come up in my... Why did that not come up in my chat window? Did I open the wrong thing? Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that you could send jewels through the regular... I didn't know that you could send jewels through the normal stream. I only thought those were vertical. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have the vertical one open because that's normally where those things come through. They don't come through normally on my event feed. So thank you for the heads up. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Wake up between 5 and 6? Ugh. No, I get up. My alarm goes off at 6:55. Roll out of bed. Walk out to the kitchen. Pour a bowl of cereal, grab my laptop, and start looking at emails and start kind of working. The racing genre tab on Steam, first thing you see is Horse Riding Deluxe. Is that like those Japanese horse racing betting games? Okay, let's think about this. So, for our clubs, what is the balance that we want to have? What is the balance that we want to have? Because we saw that adding 2 2 power gives us the 28. So two of a single fitting gives us 20. So I'm wondering, like, do we want to have... Do we want to have, like... that? And have, like, 94? Is 94 overkill? Because I guess our normal... We would have 94 power on our wood and our hybrid. We'd have 99 power on our driver. We would get 82 power on our irons and our wedges. We could, in theory, then also throw a power one on there if we wanted to. An open world immersive sim. People certainly have an interesting perspective on what games they should make. People certainly have an interesting... You know what people want? An open world immersive horse racing sim. What do we want to do here, man? What do we want to do here? Because at 82, I guess let's look at like what these yardages are compared to what we had them at. Because I think we're going to go with a 62-degree wedge as well. We had 216 on it. So I had it all the way up at 79. If I had it at 79... So this is only 3 different than what we had it before. Hey, thank you again for the jewels, Belzy. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 10 jewels. So, like, giving it 2 is not crazy. Wedges need to have... How do I want to do this? Because I definitely had numbers worked out in my head before. I mean, we could go with less, like we're gonna have 84 contact. If we went to here, we'd be at 90. And then 96. Or 98 if you put an extra power fitting on. I feel like this forces 2 contact and 2 swing path, and I feel like having the transition. I feel like having the transition for the wedges has been good. It's just like I want to have more power. The only streamers to say your YouTube handle right now? Is there something wrong with Belzy, or just somehow people mess the name up? Also, I'm realizing that I'm like in the way of the... in the way of these numbers. Let me see, this should... yeah, okay. So like... at 86... It's just such a fall off, because we want to definitely have more than the 82 contact, right? So we would need to put the second one on. We only get 5. I'm wondering if the extra power even gives that much distance. Like, is it worth it for us to then put on... Is it worth it for us to even put on like an extra power fitting to get up to 98? What's going on, Richard? This is PGA Tour 2K25. We're just we're going through our character build at the moment. Oh, you didn't mean to say now, just to say it right. Gotcha. The last like 5 levels of power is like 2 yards. Because if I took contact all the way down, so from 86 up to 92, goes from 260 to 240, so like 9875 to 1211. I mean, so that's like 3 yards in there. That's still substantial. You play PGA as well? What are your thoughts on it? You enjoy it? Don't want to drop to 84 contact. I definitely don't want to drop to 84 contact. That's a yard. So yeah, I'm not sure the balance I want to have here, because I want to have more power. I had it at 79 power. I am wondering here, so like if I took it up to 77, I could do 91 power, 91 contact. Maybe there's just some balance here with like 1 power fitting, 1 contact fitting. I need 2 swing path fittings to get up to the 90s. Like, are we good with 89 contact? I could go extra contact, go like 97 contact. But that would be then like high enough that I think on the wedges I'd be okay. Or like, do I do something like that? That way it's 90 and 90. One, two, three, four, and then I can kind of pick how I want to do it. Like transition on the wedges. The problem is I'm off by 1 power if I do. I feel like I have to go 79. Find it hard to get off. Same with when you start NBA or NHL. Yeah, I get that. You like getting the grind with it. It's just one more match, one more game, one more round. Yeah, I get it. Always hard to find that like perfect stopping point. Yeah, so that's like one upgrade would put us on 90 contact. I'll put us on 90 power. But I think you have to be there. So let me do this, because 91, let's see what our yardages are. 45, 130, 114, 104, 7. I think this is about 5 yards longer. 91 compared to the 79. 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. I actually think that those 3-wood numbers are a little bit off, because those have extra. The 3-wood and 3 hybrid have extra power on them, I think. Or is this not showing what my... Is this not showing what my bag has? I actually don't know how this works because I know I have a power fitting. I don't think I have power fitting on my irons though. No. Oh no, those don't have them on. They've been wiped off. Okay. Well, I have no power fittings on anything. Except for I did throw one on the driver because I know I need at least one. But 95.99 on driver is 1 yard. 2 yards on your irons, 1 yard on some others. Yeah, I've been rocking 99. I've been rocking 99 on my driver like this whole game. It's just I'm trying to bring the rest of the bag up a little bit and kind of trying to weigh how that'll be. Okay. So if I went 79 again and just put a power fitting on. $79 with the power fitting, that would take me to 91. So that would give me about 5 yards through the bag. That would give me about 5 yards through the bag. Now you're saying 95. You have 86 and 70 on contacts. When you put fittings on, where do you leave yourself though, Rio? That's kind of what I'm curious of, is like the final then. 1 power, so 98 power, 90 contact. Swing path. So what? That's 86. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. I'm wondering if I then like leave myself. Because on wedges, I think I want to transition. So if I left myself at this 129, I think it's only going to be a couple yards. It does leave me in a more awkward gap on my pitching wedge to 50. It does leave me a more awkward gap on my pitching wedge to my 50 degree. But I suppose I could always... Because what? We have... It's 12, 12, 11, but then it's 16 to my pitching wedge, and it would be probably a couple more down to the 50 if I don't put that power on. Trying to think here. 1 to 2 yards. I mean, it feels like everything kind of matters. Right? Feels like every yard kind of matters here. So like that gives 1 yard on a couple of clubs. That gives... It's like somebody's always getting something. Like low 90s if you keep that. I don't know. I'm like, I think I'm okay with going 93 swing path. Like if I went 93 contact. See, I'd only be 4 up. Well, actually no, because I would still be going to the 95. If I go 83, then I'll have 95 power on my irons and my 3 wood and my 3 hybrid. I wouldn't have it on my wedges, but I honestly, that might be okay. 95 and 93s. Well, we don't, if I'm being completely honest, Belzy, we don't miss our swing path and contact all that much. So, I mean, it definitely is nice for, like, when you miss, but we don't miss that often, so it's not, like, a huge Huge issue. Okay, let's lock this in. Let's lock this in. Let's get some fittings on the bag. Okay, so we gotta go 2 power fittings here, right? This one's a bit overkill, I get that. What do we want on the driver? A swing path? A contact? Probably another swing path. We'll just go down on the contact, but get it on the starting line. Been subscribed to me for at least a year? I'm glad you stuck around. After a year, you could definitely be be sick and tired of me. I have so many contact fittings, so few swing path. It's kind of a joke how they hand them out. Kind of a joke how they hand them out. It's like the dumbest imbalance. I don't get it. I have so many power fittings, but it's like the swing path, they're just like, you know, we're just gonna give out a single swing path for like every 15 contact we give out. Okay, so these we've been dragging stuff along. I need to swap out one of the... Yeah, because we don't need to have the 99 swing path. We'll swap one of the swing path out for power. Now the bag's got some distance. I've got like an extra 8 yards on my 4-iron, I think. Yeah, this will be nice. This will be real nice. Okay, and then do we have anything to do here? 93, 93, and then 82. And so we're... Yeah, we have an 18-yard gap between our pitching wedge and our 50-degree. That's going to be the, like, awkward range. And maybe because we have the... I don't know. Yeah, 9-iron to pitching wedge to 50-degree. I think we just have to live with that gap. I think the only thing I need to do is I need to replace the 60-degree wedge here. We're gonna put this onto 62. And then I have to swap the club back. Hey, welcome back, Isaac. How are we doing today? All right, let's take a look at the bag. Let's take a look at the bag. Is that really 96 yards on the 62 degree? 297, 264, 244, 224, 211, 199, 187, 174, 164, 146, 128, 112, and 96. Partial pitching wedge is 140. When you say partial pitching wedge, what do you... There's a lot that goes into a partial. Let's just go to the training here real quick and kind of see what our numbers look like a little bit. Choked is 140. Okay. Yeah, let's see what we got. I'm a new man right now. I've also played. We've been live for 45 minutes and I haven't swung a golf club, so there's that. Let's tweak our settings back from the other day. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed the max difficulty base level character stuff that we were messing around with. If people liked it, we can definitely do it again. Marker only. Is that where we're? Is 1.6 what we're supposed to be on? Okay, no live grid, green grid. I think that's it. Okay. So I should probably, though, for this, tweak the A marker to actually have information on it. We'll put the trajectory on just for the sake of things. All right. So a straight ball here is 298. And we know that it gives a little bit putting the backspin on. Okay. Extra distance, then we lose a little bit extra on the D-loft, even more here. If you go like full knuckleball on the 3-wood, you could get some distance. As I say, I think it's kind of the same thing there. 4-iron, you lose. Oh, that's interesting. I thought that the backspin... Maybe it has something to do with the power. So now if I can get extra by de-lofting my irons even more? Because there used to be a point in time where if you put backspin on it, you carried further. That's interesting. I know that this doesn't, affect much. 7 is a little bit, but that's a loss. Okay. Gain, loss, barely gain, barely lose. Loss, gain, barely loss. No, I don't use a 5-wood. I have a 3 hybrid in the bag. Okay, so pitching wedge 146 down to 139. And then if I fully loft it, that's 134. Now if I go to my 50 degree, fully de-loft is 134. And I can also take some off of that there. I can even get it out to 140 if I want to really sting one. Okay, good to know. You can take like 5 yards off. Actually a little bit more with this guy. Six. 4, 5, 6. 3, 1, 0, 1, yeah. Okay. That'll make sense. That'll make sense. You can get a decent amount by de-lofting. Find the 3 hybrid is way better. Honestly, I haven't tried like a 2-iron or something. I know that that's something that... No, that is the Raven, yeah. I know that's something that people have opinions about. I just played with a 3-iron in the last game and just decided to put it on in this game too. So I don't actually know if the 3-iron, a 3-iron or a 2-iron or a 3 hybrid is the better option, but that's kind of what we've gone with. All right, let's take like a swing or two just to see how the swing is today, and then we'll dive into some ranked. Nice and easy. Nice, easy swings. I guess it is good to see, like, this counts as landing in green in regulation. That's hilarious. Those quests are so dumb sometimes, man. You can get green and regulation quests on the driving range. Amazing. That's the swing we want. So it'll take a little bit to get used to. The 62 degree probably technically has a little bit more bite. Hard to tell with the wind here. But, yeah. Alright, build is ready. Build is ready. Now that we've taken a good chunk of the hour getting that ready. Give me 3 minutes. We'll clear the pre-rolls out, and then we'll dive into some ranked. Appreciate you guys being here. If you're watching on YouTube and somehow you're enjoying this theory crafting turned into an actual build, you can leave a like, maybe leave a sub. I don't know. But yeah, I will see you guys in 3 minutes, and then we will dive into some ranked BRB.
It's raining.
Ads. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to show you guys. I got this shirt for Christmas, and I think it's pretty sick. I think it's pretty sick. Fly, Eagles, fly! Haven't really had a chance to get my t-shirts cracked out because it's been so cold. Yes, I still have a sweatshirt on. But the point still stands. The point still stands. Alright, let's play some ranked matchmaking. Oh yeah, we get rewards for our Gers. Neat. I mean, 50 VC for hitting some balls on the range. I mean, you can't get much more efficient than that. Well, you know, at least with the thing that they're making you pay for, they give you a Tiger's Eye iron. It would kind of be a little bit of a slap in the face if they didn't let you if they didn't give you the highest rated stuff. Although I would also chalk that up to be one of the least surprising things if they did that. Razorback Maniac. So like Arkansas Razorbacks, or we talking something different here? All right, let's see how we do. First match, we've only taken those couple of swings. We'll see what our comfortability is with this bag. What's going on, Mr. Whacker Guy? Happy Tuesday. Oh, you know what? My putting an approach cam is probably still turned on. Let's turn that off. Hey, thanks, Belzy. I like it too. I like it quite a bit. I remember opening it for Christmas and being like, that's pretty sick. Take that. Take that. Not quite new build, but I went back and respect my character. So I've been playing with my sculptor since day one, and for a really long time now I've had 79 power, and then I've been holding off on upgrading a good amount of my clubs. So this time around, oh man, should have been a little more aggressive. Should have been a little more aggressive off the tee, I guess. I went through and gave myself some more power. So now we've got it set up that I think I have a power fitting on a lot of clubs. I've got a power fitting on a lot of clubs, but now I also have, I think it sets me up to like 95 power on everything but my wedges, and 99 on my driver. I am getting double crossed on myself here. I did not want the Patriots. The Patriots have won enough Super Bowls in my lifetime, thanks. I was fine with the Seahawks winning that one. Yeah, so I respec some of the stuff out, changed my character's build a little bit. So added some distance to the bag, shaved off a little bit on the contact, I think. I mean, the contact's still 93. And I think I had like 97 swing paths, so I cut that back down to like 93. So it's a little bit off, but we're above that 90s threshold, so it should be absolutely plenty. But now I have a few extra yards through the bag, which should help me out a bit when it comes to Just having more loft and such to attack some of these pins. Right, because the whole thought is to have more loft, more spin at longer distances. Just be able to be a little bit more comfortable on approach. They would have the Super Bowl record. They would, but I don't know. I've seen the Seahawks win one Super Bowl. And lose another. I've seen the Patriots win 6 Super Bowls in my lifetime, so yeah, but I didn't have a dog in the fight. My birds were out, so you know, cheered for some different birds of the sea variety. And you kind of also, like, if it's not the NFC East, so you know, you're really just kind of cheering for the NFC. The only time that I'm really cheering for the AFC is if it's against the NFC East, or if it's like I'm always one to root for an underdog. So like I was hoping to see a team trying to compete for their first Super Bowl, because to me that's fun. I'm getting that push open double cross quite a bit. Over aimed, I guess, and pro misses. I don't have VR, no. There are a few things that I think would be fun, but yeah, like I think that, was it Golf Plus and like Rocksmith and stuff, but for me, VR is just too much of just a novel thing and not something that I have like, oh man, I'd love to have VR. So I've tried it before at a friend's, but I wasn't like, oh man, I need to have this. Really leaving that face open. What a kick. What a kick. You have it? Yeah, it definitely would be something that would be pretty fun to mess around with. I just don't know how much I would be like, oh man, let's stream some Golf Plus. And like outside of stream, I don't really play games too much. Nice shot. See, this is the tough part here. Because if this comes out clean at all, it's on an uphill lie. I have to do this. I'll take that. I'll take that. Get up and down from there. What tournament are you talking about, Belzy? this is... Like, I need to hit that upslope so that we don't go all the way through. Precision. How about that for precision? Because I feel like that's the only way that you stop that thing. I mean, maybe there's enough. It's a 4-iron. That's the part that gets me. But maybe there's enough spin that if you land it on the top that you don't get all the way out. But I don't know. I don't know. It feels like it is just a really tight window at the start of this thing. Oh, the end of year tournament. Okay, I was like, I don't have Golf Plus, and also I don't know what tournament you think that I'm running. That makes a lot more sense. End of year tournament. Crazy how small typos can just completely change the meaning of a sentence. Oh, this is the hole that's always bait. It's not bait, though, if you got this shot in your bag, right? We've got that newfound power. I probably should have taken that tee shot from the left instead of just going straight. Should have re-teed to the left. Yeah, we get a little bit of extra distance there. That was nice. The father of the year 2K25. What's going on, Vandy? I'm gonna need everybody to submit proof that they're a father. I don't know how you do that without, you know, revealing personal information. You almost have to have like a questionnaire that like you would only know these answers if you were a dad. That's how I verify that you're eligible for the tournament. Literally read through your sentence. Gotta love technology. Gotta love technology. It's great, but it also can be the worst sometimes. Alright, this is a 69% nice putt. I missed it well, though. I tried to be quick with it. I felt like it'd be kind of rude up 3 to spend a lot of time on the putt. Now, on second thought, I should have really tried to hold that eagle just to... I whiffed the putt. Now he gave me the hole. I think my driver makes a different sound and I have to get used to that. But like, it saved me a very good amount. It saved me a very good amount of resources, so I would have had to buy so many more Evo tools and upgrade tokens. But hey, we have a full bag of Tiger's Eye. At least we're set for the rest of the game. There's nowhere higher that they will take us. So now all VC can just be spent on looking pretty. And that means we've peaked. right? Oh, quads. And it completely just cuts through. So that went 129. Oh, 129. 7-mile-an-hour wind uphill. It would certainly help if I paid attention to the rest of the stats. He didn't want me to putt? He didn't want me to putt for the win? I suppose fair enough. The hard part when I overshoot those ones on ranked is that I'm like 99% certain in ranked that the wind that it tells you on your screen could be like plus or minus 2 miles an hour, which is really, really challenging to gauge. Cliff notes for the rebuild. So I put more power in my bag. Basically, what I ended up with is I upgraded everything to Tiger's Eye. That was step number one. But what I had before was 79 power on everything, and then my driver was 99. And then what I ended up doing was upping it to 83. And then because of Tiger's Eye, I swapped out one of my swing path fittings for a power fitting. So all my bag, except for my wedges, my driver has 99, everything has 95, my wedges have 83. And then I have 93 contact, 93 swing path. And then on my wedges, instead of the power fitting, I have a transition fitting to take it up to like 82. Just so that there's a little bit more for partials around the green and all that. Yeah, what Rio said. So we have a regular stream and a horizontal stream, or we have a horizontal stream and a vertical stream on YouTube. At some point in the future, I don't know when this future will be, but they've said that it's going to be the case. I will be able to broadcast the vertical source as part of the horizontal stream, and so it'll be a combined chat, and I think depending on how you orient your phone will determine what view you get. I think that's how it's going to be. And I'm very much so looking forward to that, because I think that's going to be very, very good for the stream. If I play a choke 7-iron, it's going to be short. We're on a downhill. I don't love this. Don't love this. This is always a tough pin. I left it open. I never really know how to play this one. I think that would have been it had I hit it. It's just a tight window. Tight window. But yeah, so the whole purpose behind having the vertical stream as a secondary stream on YouTube, the vertical stream can actually get placed into the shorts feed, and there's a vertical live stream feed. So like if you are in the shorts feed and you click on somebody's shorts stream, oh, nice shot. Wow. Then you start scrolling through there, it'll just keep feeding you live streams. So pretty useful stuff for discoverability purposes and all that. That's a heck of a shot there. Doing a crossword puzzle? Wait, what about a crossword puzzle? I kind of enjoy crossword puzzles. I also suck at them sometimes. Like, sometimes I'll feel real smart, and then other times I'm like, this... Other times the crossword puzzles are like, I'm too dumb for this. And down to cross, vertical, horizontal. I see. But now I understand. But like I said, sometimes real dumb when it comes to crossword puzzles, so. Isn't the lie supposed to take me left? Isn't the lie supposed to take me left there? No? It's so weird because, like, that input did not sound good. But it was certainly more than fine. It was certainly more than fine. I try to golf IRL. I don't get out a lot, and I'm not very good when I do get out, but I do try and golf. And I have a pretty big feeling that this year is not gonna be a year of much golfing with the little one on the way. Oh, this is a short par 3. Okay, short par 3, so that means hole in one. Not quite. I did leave the face open. Feels bad, man. I actually don't know how many short par 3s we've hit aces on. I feel like our hole-in-ones are normally on something a little bit more mid to long range, and the ball gets to release and roll a little bit. Doors open. Doors open! Because I think that the short ones, you pretty much have to, like, nail it with a hop. It's like, once you get up to that, like, I don't know, the 8-iron gets a little bit of roll. Once you get, like, 7 iron, when it starts releasing a bit more. Don't go in the bunker. Okay, maybe could have gone in the bunker. Bunker would have been nice. It's got such a weird mound right in front of it. Like, I don't know where the right place to try and get that on is. Because I feel like a lot of the time I end up at the back of the green. He's gonna hit like this bunt driver to try and roll it. Gonna come in that same bunker as me, isn't he? I'm not sure who has a worse lie. I think he does. I think he does. Because mine's a little bit more straight up the hill and just more about distance. This is like awkwardly sideways. Wow, what a recovery. I mean, you're just always flopping this, right? Or is it a regular flop? 25 yards. I don't know. I want to say I'm losing like 10 yards on this. And then you're losing another. I don't know. I feel like you got to hit something pretty full. Okay. I didn't need to hit it as much, but like you lose a bunch from those up slopes. Okay. But up and down, his was pretty impressive. Not as good at PGA as you are NBA and NHL. Really good at NHL and pretty good at NBA. Only hit one hole in one. I mean, some of it is, I don't know. It's weird when you start looking at hole out stats, especially when it comes to like Albatross's hole in ones. If you've ever gotten like a hole in one on a par 4, which I haven't. Some of it's skill. Some of it is also like the courses that you play, right? Like the more simple courses, you know, the less you play on crazy conditions, the easier courses, the shorter courses that you play, you just have higher likelihood, I feel like, of hitting those sorts of shots. So I wouldn't feel too bad about it. Now, I have hit my fair share, but we also have played the game a bunch. And I like to think that we're decent. Okay, do we want to mess with something a little bit lower flighted? It's on a downslope too. Hold on. Downslope. I swear that the foot lie is not playing on these wedges. The more strokes you take, the better you are. If you're talking about more strokes in the broadest of sense, right? You're talking about more strokes in the broadest of senses, then yes. The better you should be. It's not guaranteed. But technically, I would argue that the less strokes that you take, the better you are. So, you know, it's all about how you frame it. Yeah, I've never played NBA 2K. I have played NHL 13. I've got NHL 13 for the 360. Prior to that, I had NHL PA 93 and ice hockey for the NES. That's my hockey experience in the virtual sense. Not played any of the modern NHL games or anything. But honestly, like, PGA, I mean, we played a little bit of college football 25. Just don't play too much when it comes to sports titles. Which, speaking of, I think, is MLB out this week? Is that what's up next here? Where does this double cross come from all of a sudden? I've been not hitting it. We had it a ton early. Completely terrible there. Just like left the joystick wide right. Early access is Friday. 3 big guys, 1 skinny guy for the win. Yeah, the big dudes would just... I remember just running them over. Running everybody over with them. Okay, so I miss hit, and we're both far away. So I feel a little bit better about that. I would have preferred to hit the number, or maybe have like over rhythmed it just to give it a little bit more through the break. You got 2 albatrosses? Pretty sick. Man, the weather, I want to go hit real golf balls so bad. Get out in the nice weather. I mean, it's the weather's supposed to drop, but get in the nice weather, hit some golf balls, feel bad about my golf game. That's what it's all about, isn't it? There we go. That's back on track. That's back on track. Yeah, albatrosses are definitely harder because a lot of times you just have less opportunities for them, right? Like on average, you're gonna have, 4 par 3s, and they're shorter. Albatrosses, you're not gonna necessarily have a shot at a par 5 and 2 every single time. It's going to be a lot further than the par 3s are, or generally speaking. Yeah, I mean, even in this game, like, I have way less albatrosses. We definitely have a few. We have a few albatrosses, but got way more hole-in-ones. Way more hole-in-ones. 641 yards. I mean, I didn't even try and go for the overpower on the power drive. He didn't. He's technically, like, just ahead of me. I don't think we had to. 24 yards and uphill. I don't know, do we power approach it? I think we do. Wind wants to knock it down, like... Alright. Quads on the full send. I like that line. It's going to slow down up the hill. That's pretty good, though. Put the pressure on. I could have just full set that sock. I didn't realize that that hill was gonna take so much out of it. Wow, he almost got it closer, landing it short of the green and getting that like fairway bounce. Always gotta hope that up the hill here we can convert eagle. I don't know, maybe with that backstop behind, I should have just... Oh, come on, man. Now I have to make it. I do not like this, Sam I am. Didn't break. Didn't break. That stings. That stings, man. Great recovery. He's gonna win this thing. Well played. Well played. Unless we can hole one out for eagle? It's not gonna roll out that much though, no. This is it. Nice. GG's, dude. I messed up that one par 5 and then just the putt didn't want to break. One, yeah, new build. New build is 1-1. Gotta scrap it. I don't understand. 61? How is there that much of a swing in points for that guy? I know he was lower ranked. I don't understand the ranking stuff in this game. Never once, even when I was like a massive underdog, never once did I get 61 points for a win. And like, you can't tell me it's because of my rank outright, because I've barely played in any of the ranked seasons, just like in general. It's not like, oh, well, he was a Condor before. I don't understand. Because honestly, I was expecting that guy to be ranked higher to me, like higher than me. Like, he didn't play poorly at all. I mean, there wasn't really wind or anything, so, you know. But, you know, I messed up some shots. I missed a putt that I need to make, but, jeez. Amount of matches or general win-loss over lifetime must contribute? I guess so, because I don't have many losses. I also don't have many matches played, but I don't have many losses. Oh, Sixers came back and won. Must be, I guess so. Like, it's just, I don't know. Last time I talked about the ranked system, I was basically called an idiot, and, you know, I don't know that I'll ever recover from that. This is what I'm talking about, cowboy. Some more my speed. Hey, what's going on, Darren? Welcome back. I just do one of these guys. Down and forward. That's my swing. So I guess a push. I guess a push motion would be the most accurate descriptor. I like how the ball mark in the sand isn't where his ball is. There's still more line to the to the right. The game just being like, yeah, we moved it. Preferential lie and all that. I don't know, man. These are supposed to take the ball to the left, and they haven't, which means now as soon as I don't play for it, it's gonna go way left. So maybe it's just that I am like way overplaying my wedges on those. Like they play a lot on longer clubs, but maybe on those wedges I just need to be a little bit more relaxed with them. Still don't know how we like overread that eagle putt by so much. I just wish I had a better gut feel read. I don't know, but it's like same old song and dance. Like it's always just me talking about how bad of a putter I am. We double crossed it. Wow, okay. Not the miss we've had either. Let's double cross the other way. I think that's the hard part though. Like sometimes you just like move the controller in your hand a little bit and all of a sudden your swing feel is slightly skewed. I mean, to be fair, I was definitely trying to take a more aggressive line. What's crazy to me, so like 10% off of this would be 202. But this would be like I thought hybrids were better out of the sand. I guess I just don't understand that in this game. I thought hybrids were supposed to be better out of the sand. I just don't know why. That lie did not destroy my shot at all. I thought it was going to go way more to the left. Well, the thing is, Belzy, it's hard to know because there are people that lurk, right? There are people that'll show up and watch maybe an entire stream and I'll have no idea because they don't say anything. There are definitely a few people that will come and hang out for a good chunk of the stream. I think the average, like if you were to average it out, at least with Twitch, because Twitch I have a better knowledge I want to say people are on usually like 25 to 30 minutes on average. But you also, obviously, that's weighted, right? You've got people that are there for an hour, you know, somebody there for an hour and somebody there for no time at all is 30 minutes on average. So, yeah, 25 to 30 minutes, I think, is like an average stream. Like, if it's really good, then 40 minutes. And I could probably go and try and do some I guess I could probably look at YouTube stats and guesstimate. Twitch just is a little bit more forward with... Well, I guess not. I guess you technically have to calculate it on Twitch. I just haven't calculated it on YouTube to see what people view on average. But yeah, there'll usually be a few people through the day that are there for a good chunk of time. To be there for a whole stream, though, not many. And not all the time, because, like, to have just 3+ hours to watch something, I think is a bit much, generally speaking. You know? Like, I know I don't have that kind of time. Maybe just a bit to the right. Good distance, though. Good distance. It's also very different between the horizontal and the vertical stream. Vertical stream gets a ton of impressions, and so the watch time per person is way down. Because I have had it recently where, like, the horizontal streams have been, like, not maybe necessarily, like, a ton of views, but the average watch duration... Oh, you know what? YouTube does give you an average watch duration at the end of it. Average watch duration on YouTube has been closer to, like, that 30-minute mark. But something like the vertical stream might be 45 seconds. Like, it's very, very brief. Sure, while you play your rounds, nice chill spot to get some background noise without being distracting. Yeah, I mean, we've got pretty much, chill music, and I'm not, I mean, every once in a while I get a little animated, but I'm not like a crazy, I'm not screaming all the time. Usually, you know, something is going on if my voice goes up a little bit. Either I'm impassioned about a subject or I hit a good shot. Woo! Come on. No, it's too far right. Ron, we just didn't catch the slope left. Wow, that took a big bounce. I guess I should have known that, like, it does normally go out to like 350. Yeah, I should have known that 350 was it. Hey, take it easy, Belzy. Thanks for hanging out, man. Good 5 shots better. Okay, so Rio, if you start creeping towards, like, where I am playing my True Sim stuff, I'm gonna have to... We're just gonna have to stop streaming, I guess. You're gonna ruin my whole career here, because I can't be aiding and abetting my opponents. You know, it's that... There's a really weird thing when people are like, oh, I learned so much from you, like, you've made me better, and then they're, like, out in plat beating me. Now, I would like to say that most of that is probably due to the fact that they're a way better putter than I am, but I can't say that it doesn't sting. I can't say that it doesn't sting a little bit. There is a bit of pride of like people who started watching like and they were in CC or something, and like for them to climb up to plat and attribute some of their success to me is neat. But then when you start beating me, then it's like, okay, why can't I get better? What's going on, Alex? No one cares? Cool. How's it going, Eric? We good? And it's off. Alright. Should just be like a little chip shot on, right? Underswung it, which I think would have skipped us a little bit further and put us in line. You're gonna blame the G7 settings? That is look at this fancy thing. This is called a stock PlayStation 5 controller. Crazy, I know. Really gives you a leg up on the competition. And before somebody tries to claim that these other controllers leveled the playing field, it's like taking it a little bit further than level, but you know. What are you gonna do? Can you imagine though if like somehow they figured something out with the API going into like next game and all of a sudden people are like, but I can't play TGC Tours because they don't accept my G7. You can tell yourself whatever you want, Alex. I mean, if this makes you feel good, then, you know, good for you. Because at the end of the day, you know, I guess I can at least thank you for a little bit of success, because, you know, I appreciate the viewership. Helps me out. I really wish you had, like, some control over the camera while, like, more than just going back and forth. I wish you could raise it up so you could actually see something useful when the other person is hitting. I am glad, Rio, though, that I was not really around when all of the G7 discourse was going on. I'm sure it's something that goes on forever and ever, but I know that stuff really blew up over the winter time. Stock G7 will be allowed. It's the Steam Dead Zone settings. Yeah. I mean, that's, yeah, it's basically allowing to have Steam Dead Zone settings on other platforms. The problem that we run into is that there is no API check on 2K25. Because it's diagonal, nobody, like, because of the correction, like, everybody's is a little bit different. You know, maybe there would be some complex algorithm that you can come up with to determine. But it's definitely hard with the dead zone, because what is true zero? Try and stay away from the discourse on it. I mean, that's the wise thing. I've popped into the TGC Discord like once or twice in the past, like basically since the season turned over. Like, I really have not. Really have not been paying attention to anything with it. I just know that that's, like, because I remember people talking about it, and we had been playing other games and stuff, so between playing other games, so less golf people watch, you know, stopping by the channel to talk about it, and, you know, just not really being active in the Discord at all. It's definitely saved me a lot of time. I mean, on the one hand, like, reading the drama and stuff can be kind of fun. But on the other hand, like, it really is just, like, a time-consuming thing. Someone trying to gain an unfair advantage and call it fair in the game? Yeah, I mean, everybody's always looking for an edge. And I don't think that that's inherently wrong. It's just when you start using stuff that's, like, outside of the game, then that's where it's, like, you know, exploiting something that the game allows you to do. Sure, you can maybe call that a gray area. But, yeah, when it's hardware or software that is external to the game itself. Right? It's like stuff with speedrun exploits and things, like, those are in the game. It's kind of up to different communities to determine whether certain things are allowed or not, but it's in the game. You're not using specific hardware or software in order to, like, manipulate it. If your settings have been adjusted through a third-party program, like checking raw mouse input versus regular mouse input. Oh. But do you have that access, right? Because both of those don't get fed into the game. Right? Wouldn't adjusted mouse input be the only thing fed to the game? Because that's the only, like, that's what PGA knows, right? That's what your application knows, is what the layer in front is adjusting, right? Steam changes the input. You give input, Steam adjusts it. That's what game has. That's what goes to the API. And I think that's where you... Yeah, I think that's where you run into some issues. Or run into just your issues in general. A little bit open. The wind's kind of take... This is going to be short. Having a hard time with some of these, like, weird diagonal things and, like, getting the right release. Caught up on Platmador, thought that was worth my time. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's just... It's a lot of cyclical arguments. But it's not just... I'm not going to act like it's just TGC that goes through this. Like, I think a lot of gaming communities go through these cyclical arguments. Especially just if there's some semi-controversial thing in the game. Can't read putts to save my life, man. I can't read putts to save my life. Howdy, howdy. What's going on, JB? Welcome back, sir. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. At times there were... I just feel like it's at this point, like, you're not going to get anything more out of that Discord, I don't think. You know, I feel like early on there's more chance for constructive conversation, but now we're a year into the game. The game is what it is. We know that like nothing else is changing, right? Like they're gonna give us, there's gonna be one more shot type, but like they're not gonna make any meaningful changes to the game from here on out. At most, they're gonna be like, here's a little random like designer update with like an asset. That's the most I think we're gonna get. Oh, come on. Game is capital A awesome. Happy for you, man. I wish I, Are you talking about your game or just the game in general? I guess before I follow up that sentence, because I could be completely misconstruing. Any online game and know it's an even field? COD, PGA, everything is cheat based. Yeah, it's pretty well. I saw some statistic the other day that it was like the most searched games in terms of like how to cheat. It's like, it's wild to me that, like, I think there's kind of two pieces to it. I think there's the piece that there's a large group of people who feel like they need to cheat to win, and winning is all that matters to them. That's what feels good, doesn't matter how they do it. Right? And then I think the second piece to that is, because you have that group of people, there's a group of people who think they have to cheat in order to compete, and so they also cheat. New wave of bots in Rocket League. I've heard that Rocket League has kind of not been as good, which is a shame, because I think Rocket League is and has been for a long time a fantastic game, but I've heard that it's been kind of in decline, which is a shame. It was always a game that I enjoyed booting up. Never quite good enough to get to Diamond, but also never put in enough hours. Like, that was definitely like the kind of like a mid-plat, which I know means nothing because the more people that play, like, things average out and like plat gets devalued even more. But yeah, you would need more time in that game mechanically, and it comes back to that same conversation that we always have of like just having the time to do anything. Does not bounce as far as I want it to. I like have to remember that the wedges, at least on this firmness, do not just like kick forward. Hey, Weekstrosity. Swing mechanics are so insane. I don't know. I don't think they are, but it's like one of those weird things. Cheats are needed more because the diagonal swing is harder. It's weird because like the angle of the swing is harder than straight up and down, and straight up and down was like more easily hackable, but you know, more easy to cheat. But there's no tempo in this game. Tempo would be like the harder mechanic to. I'm not saying you can't, because you obviously can, because you're on like an input script, but to get tempo right probably took more work than in this game. This game like obviously has tempo, but it's not nearly as penal. Hackers are better than programmers, that's the problem. Well, that's why, at least in cybersecurity, then you have the ethical hackers that reverse engineer stuff and come up with the ways to fix it. Problem is, in something like this, that's up to the devs. And I have no faith in the devs to put in the work to do that. They'll largely rely on like the 2K customer support to field reports, and that's about it. Majority of players will be a noticeable difference. Right, but I'm just saying I think Rocket League has had other things, not just bots. I think Rocket League has just had other stuff in general. I forget exactly what the conversation has been about, but I've seen Rocket League pop up in recent times, just about support for the game and different things. I saw that, I guess they changed like an indicator, like now there's some sort of timer that shows on the screen or something for like when the boost pads come back, which like that sounds awful. It's not even like the timing was that hard to like figure out or worry about. I don't know. Epic bought it, and then I don't really know since then. Great game. I can't really speak to how it plays now. I'd probably still enjoy it if I played it, but... Alright. Give me like 3 quick minutes here. We'll clear the pre-rolls, and then we'll keep this conversation going, keep playing some ranked here. Appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. If you're enjoying, you can always drop a like, drop a sub, all that good stuff. But yeah, give me like 3 minutes. We'll clear the pre-rolls, and we'll keep on rolling.
It's raining.
Ads. That was a really tall ad stack. That was like mega tall. Jeez. The old course. I don't think I've had the old course pop up on ranked. I don't know if they rotated things. I mean, we don't play enough ranked, probably. Yeah, what's going on, Fly Guy? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Big Tuesday. I know, and tomorrow's Threes Day. Except it's the third day of the week today. Unless you are one of those people that puts Monday as the first day on the calendar. Whoa! Bean Boy getting a little risky, little frisky. I mean, he's got a flop shot. He's got a flop shot in. We're gonna take a little different approach here. Gonna get our 62 in hand. This was a mistake. Because is this on the extremelies? This might be on the extremelies. Definitely is. Definitely is. All the iron models are the same 2-iron through pitching wedge. What do you mean all the iron models are the same? You're saying like you can do a 2-iron through a pitching wedge on all the iron sets? Yeah, they don't have anything with like different lofts or different, they're just skins, right? Like the clubs are just purely skins in this game. It's the same thing with the wedges, right? Like you have a specific set of clubs that you can choose from, degrees that you can choose from. But there's nothing that like, this has a 1-iron, or this has a this lofted, where you can start to get really creative. I mean, I think on the older games, there were definitely some things where like certain set, it was always annoying because it was like, real sets didn't have like some of the lower clubs, and so it ended up being that like you had to have one of the basic HB clubs or 2K clubs in order to get like a low iron. This downslope, man. It's tough because you like want it to kick forward. I don't know. Maybe if you hit it like mid slope. The skin and model are the same. Every iron looks the same behind the ball. So is it 2-iron and pitching wedge look the same behind the ball? I thought the shaft lengths and the don't think too. I'm already thinking too hard. You stand closer or further, so in my head they look different. Which I guess is all they wanted to do. I guess I'm just having a little bit of a hard time. Because like this is my pitching wedge down to the iron. Actually, the pitching wedge and the irons are different. I kind of see what you're saying though. 103, a little bit closed. I think you have to get really all the way down to like 108 to really run it all the way down there. I don't know, maybe from here you can play like 28 yards. Can I maybe play a nippy shot, or am I too close? I guess you're right. I thought it moved you. Pitching wedge is a hair different. A hair. But yeah, 9-iron through 4-iron there was all the same. I don't know if 3 or 2 have anything different. So spinner's too far? What if you spinner like this? Is that how you're supposed to shape your spinners? It's also quite firm here. We'll just see what happens. %86, nice. Yeah, I love that. I'm so worried about going long that we're 4% short. I don't know. It's like you don't want to run it off. You don't want to run it off out the back. Cool, I guess. Neato. Freaking hate putting, man. So stupid. Your day's ruined. Yeah, because in the other games, it would be different from through all the irons. I'm like 99% sure in the last game, your character actually stood a further distance away. They went the Bryson approach for this one. They went the Bryson approach where you just cut the same shaft length and throw it on all your clubs. I saw something wild. Was it Colin Morikawa put like a 6-iron shaft on his 60-degree wedge or something like that? I don't know if it was actually a 7-iron shaft. I don't know. It was something. A longer shaft on his 60. Which sounds crazy on paper, but I don't play enough golf to really know. I don't really touch my my 60-degree. I'm not good enough. Maybe if I'm in the bunker, then I'll pull it out. I don't understand where all of a sudden I just lose like several yards. You know what I can't wait to do? Hammer it through this first break. Miss it right. I hate it here. What a joke. I think the thing that's the most painful is just like, I watch some people like mishit powers and stuff all the time, and they're just still just draining putts. And I'm like, no matter what my inputs are, miss the same amount. Ah, boy. You start to kind of get to that, like, what do you do? It's just like, where am I losing so much distance? I feel like on every shot, like, is the wind just lying to me? Is the wind saying 1 and it's really 3? Because 2 miles an hour is not negligible. It's not negligible at all. I almost feel like I need to have, like, I need to tape pictures of putt breaks, like, on the wall, so I have a visual reference point. Because I think there's just something about the shape. Honestly, at a certain point, I should go back and, like, watch VODs and see, do I miss more left to right or right to left breakers? Because I know that that's a thing, too. 86 yards. Forget how far extremely's... I, like, really forget how far the extremely's send your ball offline. Oh, and we're on an upslope. That's not great, actually. Okay, that's quads. Need you to bounce big time forward. Yeah, spin up the hill. Sure. Sure, that checks out. Guess that's because it's on an upslope. I don't know. I think sometimes, too, I get too flirty with it. Like, should be okay going long. I never am. Like, always trying to just plan it right at the hole. I don't know. There's still opportunity for him to miss stuff, but, like, there's also plenty of opportunity for me to miss more things that I should make. Because, like, look at that. Like, I've left myself with the downhill breaker. And I think that's just the part of my game that is very, very woeful. Good adjustment. I need to really try and, like, work on painting that picture in my mind of these breaks, because often time's not very good. Trying to get an angle in the right yardage. There's a part of me that's like, overpower the power drive, hit the tiny gap, bounce, run right. But, like, it's extremely's. It's extremely's. That's not, it's going to go, like, out the back of the green. I'm not going to get a shot that I am happy with there. I think trying to go big dog is not wise. I do think that I played this a bit smarter, because 72 yards and the pin is just that little bit on. I think this is the smarter play, because now I can go straight at it. Man, if that was the last course, I think that goes in. But the firmness there just takes it so far. Hey, what's going on, Roto? Welcome back. Ever play against subs? I typically don't, no. Sometimes I'll play some ranked duos with subs. But as far as playing against, not really. Like, unless it's in, like, a tournament or something that I'm playing in. Like, of some sort of match play tournament, but... just taking people on, I normally stray away from that. Because then it oftentimes just invites this whole, like, 1v1 me, bro. Kind of mentality, which it's not the most fun. Ah, these freaking 7-iron big bounce over the hill. Roll the hole. What kind of bounce is that? It's like every time that every other time we have some mega bounce. And that just died. I guess it was on the upslope when it landed. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Oh, man. Infuriating. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, it's on me, clearly, but still. Just underhit it. Just underhit it. Am I the only guy who can't putt? Because honestly, sometimes it feels like it. Am I the only guy who can't putt? Because I feel like that's like the main reason I lose. Holy cow. Who thought we'd be hard stuck in birdie too, because it wasn't me. I guess I should have known better. We're good across the 72 hole tournament with consistency of proximity, but like our putting just lets us down everywhere we go. Everywhere we go. Again, I do also think putting is an even bigger piece when you have it in these setups where there's not too much going on in terms of your what's it called, like wind and stuff, so that's kind of the other piece of the puzzle. The wind is a total lie, by the way. That's not 2 miles an hour of diagonal crosswind. I just wish it wouldn't lie to you, man. How are you supposed to... Are you supposed to just always play like there's more wind? Because I feel like as soon as I start doing that, it's going to play as if there's less wind. Gonna have to start like looking at the trajectory of the other person's flight to determine wind if they shoot first. The flag is probably a better tell, but I don't know how to read the wind off a flag. Like, that's a putt that I feel like I shouldn't have to aim at the edge of the cup to find center cup, and I'm in low side. But I gotta stop complaining about it. I just have to figure out a way to fix it. It's been 5.5 years of being actually crap at putting. And I would just, I don't know. It's also such a mind trip when you go and play True Sim, and I can have these tournaments where we putt well, but then we still have the ones where we putt horrifically. So who knows? Who knows? There's just something about the way that our eyes set that don't see some of these things. But I'm also not giving myself the best opportunities on my approaches like I should. I think with the power that we're playing now, my 7-iron probably has more spin than it did before, right? We're hitting it further, but it probably is also sitting a little bit more. I might have to do some testing on the, like, on my practice range and see what my 7 wants to do. Because there is a chance that my 7 is a little bit nippier, which would also explain, like, that par 3 that we had earlier that I came up way short thinking we were going to bounce and release more. Just really didn't think I would have to take like a choke 6 to get that shot to work. Okay, opportunity. Opportunity knocks. This is where like a guy will just sink a 50-foot eagle putt, and I'm like, I can't make like a 13-foot eagle putt consistently. I don't like that. I don't like how close that is. Again, all of that just makes me... Again, it didn't go in, so like, we're good, but man, if that thing dropped, I would have had some words. I would have had some words. Well, if we keep putting ourselves at this 135 yard mark, I'm going to have to get real familiar with D-lofts and stuff on my gap wedge. Which is fine here. True Sim is kind of where it gets a little bit sketchier. I don't know, it's like, do you D-loft it up the hill? I kinda want to. Just kind of see what happens with it. Double cross, nice. Haven't double crossed in a minute, so it would make sense to do it out of nowhere. I'm on PS5, St. Rose. I played 2K21 on PC, and then I switched to PS5 for 23 and beyond. Just a bigger community for sports games on console. I mean, my best chance to hole it is to chip it here. That wasn't even close, though. That wasn't even close. Having big trouble trying to figure out the swing. Are you playing with mouse and keyboard, or are you playing with controller? I guess that's probably the first place to start. Okay, you're on PS5. I would say generally with the controller, my tip is try left stick, try right stick, try draw and fade. Like, test all 4 of your options. See what you can do the most consistently. From there, you want to set up like real golf. Sit the same, hold the controller the same. You're basically just trying to remove as many variables as possible. Right, that's going to give you consistency. So if you can remove variables and then you can repeat a swing of some sort, then you can make your minor adjustments of like, okay, this is the one that's the closest and most consistent. What can I do? Well, if I'm missing left on my backswing, I can feel like I'm swinging straighter or more to the right. Like, I technically hold the, my swing is left to right, but I hold the controller to diagonal. That's just been a more natural way to hold it for me. Right now, I'm swinging, like, straight to straight left, but the swing is left to right. So it's all about kind of tricking your mind, playing the feel more, the feel that gives you what you are looking for. Is the biggest piece. Downhill. That downhill took it. Yeah, but it's not so much about like, oh, I gotta swing left to right or right to left. It's what swing feel do I need? Because if you can sit the same way and hold the controller the same way every time, then when you come back to play the game, okay, how do I set up? So like, I sit in this office chair, my left elbow is tucked between the back of the chair and the armrest, and it sits, and I have the way that I hold it, and then from there it's like, okay, this is I have like a baseline swing. If it feels a little bit off because I may be holding the controller slightly differently on the night, yeah, I can make that minor adjustment and start to just repeat that feel. So that's how I treat it. And we've had pretty good success with it. I mean, obviously, you're never going to be 100% on replicating, but that gives you a very good opportunity to replicate. Okay, good. Good. I don't need people to just be draining long putts on me, as I now get my very fun, my own very fun breaker here. Hey, nice. What's going on, Arkin? I'm doing well. How about yourself? Welcome back. What am I drinking out of, Nick? Glad you asked. This is a BB-8 cup. My wife brought me as a souvenir from Disney a few years ago. I think it makes a good stream talking piece. So if we went over yonder, about 250. Still technically closer to go here. Get a little bit of overpower, because I need to get down as far as I can so that we can take like a 5-iron in or something. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good stream cup. Years ago, I had a blue plastic cup. People were quite disappointed though when the blue plastic cup, you know, I grew up and I started drinking out of a glass. But now I have like a dedicated stream cup. BB-8. Yeah, I think it goes under the radar. Maybe partially because I'm probably not drinking enough water while I'm streaming. But I think sometimes people just don't like really pay attention to it. It's like, wait a second, what is that? I didn't think I could get it to land on the green over there. I looked, but I was afraid of running through. Try and play a little draw here. It hung out a little left, or I mean a little right. Feeds a little left, but honestly, that's not that strong. I don't know. He's got a much better line. I mean, 18 feet's not bad. Don't get me wrong, but he's got a lot less club, a lot better angle. We'll see. I mean, it's not gonna be a fun putt from there. I was scared if we went straight at it, landing it short. I don't know if that's one where like I should have just landed it short with a longer club or like tried to shave something. I don't know. That would get too risky. Overpower. Then you would reserve some of the lofts, like go straight at it, but hit it a little harder. Hard part is always trying to dial in like 1 to 2% overpower, because it adds up real quick. Like when you're hitting a shot that's 200 plus yards, 1 to 2%, like 2 to 5 yards. Oh, nice. Just completely sailed it. Opportunity knocks. Before flop shot hole out. Nope, good. We're good. Come on, we gotta sink it though. What is it? It's 6. Oh, okay. I did have the right read on it then. Cause I had a small thought about like, what if this just straightens out here? Okay. Okay, I'm trying to make some mental notes here with putting. I just have a really hard time trusting my eyes, so you know, when I read something right, kind of difficult. That's a pretty good line. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, we'll take that. At least with that, it like guarantees that you're, well, actually, you can't say that because they could hit a hole in one. It almost guarantees, like 99% chance that you're at least not dropping a point on the hole. Somebody's closer. Paradox? Bonus points to anybody who remembers the old Dom Mazzetti paradox joke. There's a throwback for you. Back before, is it Bro Science Life or Bro Life Science? I can never remember. I haven't watched too many of his videos lately. Definitely watched his stuff years and years and years ago. It's old. Uphill slope. Oh my gosh. Look at that adjustment. The aim, the D-loft to proximity? What a time to be alive. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So I guess we're gonna play True Sim tomorrow. Supposing that baby doesn't show up. Like I said earlier, I think I probably said it super early in the stream and haven't said it in a while. I think we're gonna pass on stream Thursday. So I think tomorrow, supposing that nothing happens earlier than expected, I think tomorrow will be last stream pre-paternity leave. Because I was thinking about it, Thursday might be my last chance to get a like full night's sleep, and I probably shouldn't stream and go to bed late. I should use a little bit of wisdom. I should use a little bit of wisdom and go to bed at a reasonable time on Thursday. So, don't need those anymore, Carl? Well, I know I don't need them. Need is a strong word depending on how you want to use it. But I'm trying to be smart. Because my luck, I would absolutely regret it, and I know I'm not gonna have like any upcoming nights or time to really even attempt to make it up, so to speak. As much as it's great to nap when my toddler naps, having a newborn that's just napping in like intervals, I'm gonna have no comfort just like being like, oh yeah, I'll take a nap. Prefer your original set? Also gave you some time to tinker with some fittings before upgrading. What did you settle on? And you're on Sculptor as well, right, Rio? One correction fitting is more helpful to you than one swing path? Your miss has been a pull and the extra correction seems to fix that. So you've got 82 correction? Which actually, you saying that, not that I could afford to do it, I'm wondering with Technician, like, what that would look like. Because I guess there is a world where, because of stat distributions and everything, that Technician with just like a fitting could also be a play. Because I like haven't even thought about that. Depending on like where power and contact and all the other things are. Gosh darn it. I like my shaping too much, but I am wondering like if you went like full nerd mode on it, if there's actually a better balance. Because I really do enjoy Sculptor. Now I have to go look. You're using the extra swing path forgiveness to make up for your correction? Just haven't realized it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like look at the stats. I know somebody had made like a base stat thing, but I guess we can also just go and look at a character. And keep your driver the same and then see if you like it. That's fair. I've been on 70 correction for so long that I don't think I would want to tweak it. But I kind of want a theory craft, because you got... I have a couple points in that one, so let's quick start a Magician. Okay. So this is what we want to see. Except this is like the worst version of the view. Hold on, I'm gonna just make the character. It's not set up in the paired stats. That's so hard to look at. That's so hard to look at. No, I think Technician is maybe kind of off. So correction. So if you went, let's just think about this. So if you went on correction to 58, right? You get to 70 with one correction fitting, 77 swing path. You start with so little power, but your contact is up there. Shaping is so low. I don't think Magician would be the way. Like, I would have so many points in rhythm and transition. My shot shaping, you would take it out to 80. I think, how would this go? How would this go? So if you went, I think Sculptor is still the way to go. Sort of alternative, it kind of does, but I don't know. There's definitely still a piece to the distribution with it. The other one to look at is like, because Greenskeeper in my mind's eye sucks because it's so many points into putting. Yeah, you want the balanced. Absolutely. Absolutely. You want to be able to distribute these points in a way that balances it out. So, like, I could theoretically go, like, 77 recovery and go 78 shaping, right? And then you put a shaping fitting, and I'm on a shaping and a correction fitting. Now, obviously, you have a leg up if you can not have to do correction, right? If you can save a correction fitting, then you have a leg up on everyone, right? Because that gives you an extra stat line. So I'd have to have two, one for shaping, one for correction. I'd have to also have one for swing path to take me to 89 swing path. If I went 25 power... 8 points there, 17. That'd be 76, and then you'd be at 88. No, I think this is a crappier... I think it's a crappier build. I think Magician is a crappier build. What does Greenskeeper look like? I need like the fresh builds so that I can see where all the stats are by default. Greenskeeper is just like so crap on all of... It's not even worth looking at. Just 44 transition, 46 rhythm, 59 corrections. That's so bad. That's so bad. It's just bad in every facet. Like... You can put 12 to 13 points in everything. I guess with the correction, like you could go 80 swing path, 1 correction fitting, but like your power and your contact are so low. 79 power, 75 contact, 75 swing path. Yeah, like I don't know. I think you need to have like, I would say at least you would want to have minimum in the 80s. You probably upper 80s. You probably want to have 90 plus swing path and contact. I feel like you want to have as much power as possible. Recovery is such a crap stat. It's great when you're in the crap, but just don't be in the crap often. Because when you're greenside, the percentages, like it's such a short distance that it doesn't matter. Like, I've never understood that argument of like, oh, recovery is great. It's like, yeah, but like, get your other stuff up and consistent enough that you're just like, people are like, oh, fairways are overrated. No, they're not. 98 to 100% lie on everything is great. So the Powerhouse, I could leave recovery at 64. No, I probably want a little bit on it. Probably want like 70 recovery. So that's 6 points. 19 shaping would be, that's where my problem would be. It would be 78? 60, 78. So 1 shaping. What do I have? I have 83. So that'd be 8 power, 17 on contact would be 59. It would take two just to get it up to 79. Like, that's such bad contact. That's such bad contact. Correction, like, I would need 1 there, and then the other 24 points, that would take me to 70 swing path. I get to 82. And then I'm out of fittings. Technician is so low on power, but like, I don't know. 3 points into correction. Swing path would get the rest of it. So you wouldn't have to put any points into swing path because you would have 92 swing path by default. Contact, you could put like 2 into that. You put 2 into contact, and you would get... You'd have 23 left over. No, you want 3 into contact, plus 1 fitting. 22 left over for power. That'd be 66. you get to 78, 86. It's still short on power, even with 2 fittings. I mean, it's okay. 86 power across the board. But like your rhythm, well, no, I mean your rhythm and your shaping, you would have a balance, but I would need shaping. So I think Sculptor is still... You have it on 99 shaping? I put it down to 90. I was running 99 shaping early, or 95 maybe. I feel like 90 shaping is enough. I feel like it falls off. So I like figured I would try and get like a couple of points. Let's go on Stash. Figured I'd get a couple of points in recovery just so that like my lies are a little bit better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the Magician, like, if you can afford to not put a fitting on the correction. Rybread, I'm on PS5. I'm on PS5. I think Magician has maybe a leg up if you can afford to not put any points into correction. So like if you can play with 53 correction, then you can dump all 25 points in. You've got 82 on swing path. 1 fitting there. I just feel like there's too many points in recovery and not enough in shaping. That's part of it. Rhythm and transition, I think, feed together. 70, 80, 92. I don't know. I think Sculptor is still the right build for us. We've been Sculptor since day one. I just feel like the distribution of stats is the right way to go. Okay, we can delete this guy. No, it's fine. I think it's a healthy thing to always be questioning what is optimal and what is best for an individual. I think that what we have is a pretty strong build. Yes, our rhythm and our transition are not high, but I don't think they need to be. I don't think they need to be.
Tree in the forest with a herring.
Ib Oogie Boogie, thank you very much for the YouTube sub. I appreciate it. So yeah, like we went 93 swing path, 85 contact on that club, but like for the most part, through the rest of the bag, we've got similar sort of stats. Right, 95 power, 93 contact, 93 swing path. Our correction is fine at 70. 90 shaping, you can do a ton with 90 shaping. Sure, recovery's not great. Rhythm and transition aren't anything special, but transition, we don't partial stuff. So like, the transition window doesn't need to be big, and rhythm is not hard. Yes, we're gonna get some stuff in there with, you know, maybe up to 1 point something % variability, but having a little bit of range on my depth, it's not the worst thing. If you have a steady swing, you're not doing anything crazy. You rewatched Holy Grail yesterday, Map? Get in there. Always a good time. Always a good time. But yeah, like we put the extra transition on our wedges just to give us a little bit when we have to partial a wedge. You know, flop shots, chip shots, or even the occasional full 62 degree. But like, we really don't partial the other clubs all that much. So I think this is as strong and balanced as we can get. Because I think, like, yes, in the optimal world, you're putting one unique attribute on everything. Right? You're maximizing your plus 12. But realistically, like looking at all those different builds, I don't look at any one of them and go, oh yeah, I could just evenly distribute plus 12 and like be happy. I feel like I'd be short. I want to be really strong in the things that I want to be really strong in, and I'm okay to be a little bit weaker in certain fields. I think if you're just balanced on everything, I think you're going to be underwhelmed in everything as well. There's not going to be a PGA 26. They go every other year. So we've had 21, 23, 25, 27 will be the next one if they're making another one, which I imagine they are. Even before it became the 2K games, this franchise has been every other year. So season pass is kind of up to you. You know, if you see value in it, I bought the season pass or whatever with the, for the first 5 clubhouse passes. I got that when the game came out. I don't think I'm gonna buy any more though. My clubs are maxed out all the way. I don't care enough about the aesthetics. So for me, like, I'm not gonna spend any more money on the game, but if you see value in it, I think realistically looking at the specialty shots, I think long flop and power approach are the most important ones. Still need my power approach to get sweet spot boosts. Yeah. So that's where our build is at. That's where our build is at. I think ultimately, yeah, my final opinion is Sculptor is still strongest. After looking at it closer, I know there have been some arguments about Magician. I just feel like Magician is still a little bit short. I've got 95.79 on my putter because I think rhythm is important to an extent. Rhythm is important to an extent. I don't think rhythm... I mean, we played with the base character with no upgrades last week, and I honestly didn't really notice not having the rhythm, so I think if you can train yourself to just have the nice, committed, smooth swing, then, you can probably sacrifice rhythm even more. All right. That's gonna do it for us today, I think. That's gonna do it for us today. I'm gonna skedaddle and get to bed. Again, just a reminder, tomorrow is going to be the last stream of the week, but also last stream pre-paternity leave, supposing that baby does not send us to the hospital between now and tomorrow's stream. But yeah, thank you guys for chilling with me. If you're watching on YouTube and you enjoyed, you can always drop a like, a sub if you really enjoyed it and you like this kind of stuff for some reason. Want to find your way back here months from now. Don't forget about me, please. Yeah, thanks for chilling, guys. And hope to see y'all